This video is sort of a semi-sequel to a video that we did like 4 years ago called Suspiciously Fast Movers. And it was inspired by, I was walking down the street and I just walked past like a payday loans place, and it was like, you know, no credit, bad credit, it doesn't matter. You know, if you've been rejected for a loan before, that's fine. And it's just like, come to us, we're fiscally irresponsible, we'll just give you money. And so that's how it started. And then I had this idea to actually tie it in with the guys who have access to alien technology that they don't really know what to do with from Suspiciously Fast Movers. So now they have a alien replication device that obviously they messed something up with, and now it's just producing gold bars at a rate faster than they can deal with them. And so they're just desperately trying to give money away to people. They really have no idea what they're doing.
You probably just
put it in his mouth.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
We're having some trouble getting the Zoom to read one of the SD cards. So yes. So we got a different SD card, and we're waiting to see if that loads. It's one of my strip search outfits. I don't know why it's here.
I was wondering why we had a shirt so nice here.
Yeah, it's a nice shirt. So since this is green screen now, we're going to do a different background. So I will now stand like this, and then go, hey, what's up?
You didn't cut, did you, James?
Do you have collectors banging down your door? Pay them off with the money we give you. Everyone is eligible. We have literally never rejected an application. So the Outer Space Treaty of 1967 is an actual thing that I only recently learned about, I'd say 2 minutes ago, when Paul talked about it. So you should ask him.
The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 is a real treaty, and that governs how countries behave in outer space. Originally it was signed by, I believe, the United States and Russia and like the UK are 3 countries, but there's like 200 countries or whatever who have signed on to it now. And it basically says that nobody can actually like own anything in space, at least for the moment. So like people don't own the moon or a star or whatever. And that thing that you got that was like, I own this star because of I have this piece of paper that says I do, is not legally valid. I'm sorry.
I mean, to even begin creating such a matter replication device, you would first have to have a teleporter, which, as we all know, don't exist. And even if they did, you would have to overload the Z923 pattern buffer and split the particle stream with a Higgs boson prism tuned to the correct quantum frequency to have any hope of succeeding.
Hey, boss, the
splitter is out of alignment again. Right there. But do you know what's not ludicrous? It's coming on down to staggeringly fast loans and getting yourself some free money today.
So we've had these little foam basketballs for years and never figured out anything to do with them. They're from the movie promotion for the Year of Yao. And at the time, Graham was a rep for the Alliance Atlantis, so he got like all the movie prop stuff, or all the movie promo stuff. So these little things, little basketballs, and there's nothing to do with them. And we've just had them like hanging out at the office here. And so I was so happy that I finally thought of something to do with them. And I was so afraid when I was writing this, I texted James, I was like, do we still have those basketballs? Because I was afraid that we had gotten rid of them, because that's something that we would do, because we had never ever used them.
My theory for how Alex can fire these all at once is sort of do something like this, almost like a bindle. And then basically just like
Just do a test.
have them like this, and then just sort of,
Oh, wow. That
there we go.
worked really well.
What the hell are you guys doing in here? You're gonna mess something up.
I'm worried too much.
You were being careful.
That was violent.
That was great. That looked amazing.
I'm getting it all misty.
For one thing, just like teleporters, in addition to not existing, a matter replicator would be genetically coded, so you would need a veritable clone army to transport all that gold. Frankly, the whole idea is completely ludicrous, but do you know what's not ludicrous? It's coming on down to staggeringly fast loans.
I want to do this shot where Paul is like walking along and then turns a corner, in the stock photo we have, and so we need to actually give him a corner so he can go away. And so we're setting up this table, but then he needs to walk in front of it, and for it not to be a table that's standing there. So we're going to put the green screen fabric on it, and it should work.
So flawless. Nice hustle, Turner.
And so that wall there is standing in for this wall here. And Paul's going to walk in and around that corner. And this will make it look good. And then, yeah, and then move it to your left by like 6 inches. I feel like this will work pretty well. We did something kind of similar to this in an X Ways to Y video, where there was just a ton of Pauls coming out of the bathroom, and because they had to overlap, we couldn't just green screen it. We had to, or we couldn't just split screen it. We had to actually green screen it, and we put up a table kind of like this, so that there'd be a shadow on Paul. And I still think it's one of the best green screen effects we've done, because the shadow sort of added a actual sense of that he was in the room, and so I wanted to do something kind of like that for them. So the only other trick is to check that the gold brick is not going to reflect green. This thing, this fine gold, proves to be real hell to deal with on green screen, as most reflective things are. Because you can probably see, and Alex, you can tell me when you see it, when you see this side just go green because it's reflecting. So if we tried to replace the green screen with, let's say, a picture of James punching Matt in the face, you would also see it on the thing here. And so Paul was in a unique situation where he had to hold this at an angle that wouldn't reflect on this, but also wouldn't reflect on this, meaning that he was actually moving it subtly.
All right, so when I'm standing here, there's the big green screen wall here. So if I'm holding it like this, it will reflect the green. So I have to turn it like this, and then as I walk around the corner, it'll now start reflecting that wall. So I turn it like that. So it's basically, the process is, I'm coming along here, and then as I turn, you see that subtle move there? Yeah. Amazing, amazing.
All right, yep, go for it.
Jazz hats.
That is a really loud bird.
It's kind of nice.
When our neighbors cut down a tree that we frequently used as a backdrop, we figured that the birds would be quieter because their home was gone, but no, they've just moved to the roof.
Rolling sound.
Rolling video.
In the script, there's like a gold bar on the desk. Possibly because
It being paid off.
considering they're saying that there's nothing out of the ordinary going on. Well, clearly there is.
Actually, 2 gold bars is probably a good idea.
Be simply extremely fiscally responsible.
I didn't realize we had 2 of these.
Where'd you get all that gold, Paul?
I robbed Fort Knox,
That's sweet.
but I only got away with 2. The rest of the money was used to pay the various people to make the robbery happen. In hindsight, it wasn't a really good fiscal decision.
Ass and titties, ass, titties, ass, and titties, ass, and titties.
Oh, I love these jams.
What I want to do